I am so mad at myself. It took me so long to watch this show. I was not familiar with the Penguins game. I saw that it won an Emmy. I watched the Emmy Awards, and I was sick last week, so I was like, you know what, bet that. Let me watch the Penguin. And oh my gosh, this might be the best piece. Is this considered superhero media? Because he's not really a superhero, but this is like the best TV show set in a superhero universe that I have seen. Now, I heard Daredevil's really good. I'm watching season 1 right now. But the Penguin, it's like Batman mixed with Breaking Bad, mixed with The Sopranos, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. The world building itself, the way that they're able to keep up with Matt Reeves' universe and make it look the same way it did in the Batman, but make it look even more grounded and rustic and dirty and Gotham-y, and like the Penguin himself is just really cool. It's just a really good show. It's a really good show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I am glad I watched. I want a season 2, but I know that season 2 is not coming because we got to get the Batman part 2 first. I need the Batman part 2 to drop. I've made 3 the Batman videos on the channel. I really love that movie. So I'm mad. I'm mad that I didn't watch this show sooner. But yeah, let's talk about the Penguin. This is really good. Colin Farrell, I was unfamiliar with your game. He does great. He really transforms himself into the character for this role. And the Penguin, really compelling character. And I like the writing in the show is really good because the Penguin himself is not a good person by any means. Off rip, episode 1, even in the Batman, we know that this is not a good guy, but we're rooting for him so much. We are rooting for him so much. Even spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen it, I'm about to spoil everything because I'm just about to yap. But anyway, at the end, at one of the last episodes, when he's sitting here and he's about to get his mom's finger cut off, even after that, we're still rooting for him because he just makes the way that the character is written and portrayed in the show. He's just so compelling. Even though he's a bad guy, he has this underdog sense about him. No one in a world full of evil people, he feels like the lesser of the evils in a sense, even though he's building himself up to be one of the most evil people running the whole criminal underworld, whatever's going on here. You watched the last episode, literally I had seen memes about what he did to Vic, but I didn't think he was actually gonna kill him. And even though I saw it coming, I didn't see it coming. I didn't think he was just gonna take his life like that. This, he's a bad person. But even after he did all that, I'm looking at him sitting in his penthouse staring out at Gotham, and I'm proud of the guy. He did what he set out to do. And that is the product of great writing. And that's why I feel like I haven't seen The Sopranos. There's a lot of Soprano-ish stuff. I haven't finished The Sopranos yet. I've only watched the first 2 seasons, but I've watched all of Breaking Bad. And I think that was why I like Breaking Bad so much, because Walter White is not a good person by any means, but I'm a root for him. Till the day he died, I was rooting for Mr. White. Just the same way I'm rooting for, what's this dude's name? Oswald Cobb. They got rid of Cobblepot, but I think Cobb sounds cooler in my opinion. The other characters in the show are really cool too. We have Sophia. What did she change her name to? Her name was she's Sophia Falcone, but she changed her name to Jacanti or something like that. I think that was her mother's maiden name, but she has a really good arc. I really feel for her. I'm not gonna lie, because she, first of all, Carmine Falcone put her in Arkham for a crime that he committed. He killed his wife and made it look like she had hung herself, and then he had did the same thing to a whole bunch of other women. And then Sophia found out, so then he put the blame on her and sent her to Arkham Asylum for the crimes that he committed. And the way that they portrayed Arkham Asylum is just what I would expect Arkham Asylum would be like. I mean, they're doing these weird tests on her every day and electrocuting her and giving everybody these drugs, and people are just walking around getting killed during lunch this. It's the way the world building in the show is so good. I just love the way that they portray the Gotham atmosphere and the Arkham atmosphere. It does a really good job of putting the audience into the same world that the characters are in, and I really enjoy that about the show. But anyway, she went to Arkham, and then she got out after her father was killed and everything, and she gets back, and like a couple days after she gets back, the Penguin kills her brother. So now she's trying to get revenge for her brother, but then he lies to her, and then he makes it seem like her family isn't really rocking with her, because her family isn't. Because her family still thinks that she killed all those women, even though there's like a lot of evidence to show that it was her father, but they don't care. They still think it was her. They're not really rocking with her. They're not trying to give her the respect she deserves. And so she's going to team up with the Penguin, and they find this new drug, and they're going to run this new drug. But then in doing all of this, first of all, let me talk about Oswald Cobb. The way that he is running things, bro, he is doing all he can to keep himself alive. He has no allegiances, no loyalty. The only loyalty he has is to his mother. He cares about nothing and no one. Honestly, he don't really care about his mother for real either. The only person he truly cares about in this world is himself. He is doing all that he can to keep himself alive. He puts the blame of he tricks Sophia into thinking that what was the other crime family called? It's the Falcones and the Maronis. It's the Maronis. So he goes to Alberto Falcone had Salvatore Maroni's ring. So he kills Alberto Falcone. He goes into jail. He gives Salvatore Maroni his ring back. He shows Sophia Alberto's dead body. And so now people think that Salvatore Maroni did it. And then Penguin's like, yo, now you can get your respect back. So then he gets with his people so that he can try to run this new drug. But he's doing it with Sophia, but he's doing it for the Maronis behind Sophia's back. But then something went wrong, and then the Maronis find out, and then the Maronis tell Sophia that he killed Alberto, and then he's basically on his own for real. But then he builds himself back up. He gets his own little network in this small part of Gotham called Crown Point. He gets his whole network up, but then his network gets blown to bits by Sophia because Sophia is mad at him. Sophia is crazy, by the way, because after Sophia got backstabbed by literally everybody, she killed her entire family. Then she tries to kill Oz. She teams up with the Maronis, which is crazy. The Falcons and the Maronis working together, and then she blows up Oz's entire I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but his entire drug operation. She blew it up. And then even after all this, though she literally blew it up. And after all this, he still gets back on his feet, and he's trying to fight to get everything back and get to the top. And I think it's just wonderful to see. It's just wonderful to see. I like to see his resilience and his grit. And yeah, he only cares about himself, which is it's so sad to see, because here's how I knew that Vic wasn't safe. Because all throughout the show, he was talking about his brothers. Like, he has mad love for his brothers. Can't nobody talk about his brothers for real except him. Because like he really loves them, and they died at a young age. Come to find out, he killed his brothers because he felt like his mom was giving his brothers too much attention. So he killed his brothers. He didn't like actually kill them, but like, here's what happened. So like he put them in, they was in like this little like underground tunnel sort of situation. And then he like locked the door and left them there. I don't know if he was assuming they'd find their way out, but he just left. And after figuring out that they weren't going to make it back, he said nothing about it. He didn't do anything about it. He just left them there to die. He killed his brother so that he could get more love and affection from his mother. And his mother knew, but his mother doesn't like him either. No, I feel like no one likes this guy. Does he like himself? Probably not. But he just wants to stay alive. He wants love, and he wants respect. The last scene of the show is him having this like dream sequence, and it's his mother telling him that she's proud of him and that she loves him. That's literally all this dude wants, is love and affection and attention and praise. He just needs that in his life, but he doesn't have it from anyone. And it's the lengths that he goes to get it is insane. And I like how the show but shows us what happened because of when the Riddler did his whole explosion thing. There's one of the main characters of the show, Victor. He lived in Crown Point. He lived in Crown Point, And then the Riddler blew up his block, killed his mother and his father and his sister, I think, or brother or some, blew up his entire family and everything, and his neighborhood fell in the ruin. And so he was working for one of like the gangster dudes trying to steal the rims off Oz's car for some money, and that's how he met Oz. And him and Oz were real close. A lot of the things that Oz pulled off in the show was because of Vic. Vic was his number two. Vic did everything he could for Oz. He saved Oz's life. Oz literally would have been shot in the head if it weren't for Vic. Literally would have been shot in the head. And then how does he repay him? He just kills him. This dude chokes him out and just kills him because he doesn't care about anyone. And I really love how they deconstructed this character, and he's just so well written. And the fact that I still root for him even after he did all this, he did all of these insane things, killed so many people, backstabbed so many people, played so many people, but I'm still rooting for him because all he wants is to be at the top. And you know what? I want him to be at the top. And I love him in the last episode. They put him in the classic Penguin fit, the tuxedo and the top hat, the black and the white, the classic Penguin fit from the comics. It was beautiful. Oh, the show is fantastic. The show's fantastic. If you haven't seen the Penguin, you got to go watch the Penguin and watch the Batman again. Watch the Batman, then watch the Penguin, then watch the Batman again. Because it's just greatness. It's just greatness. Matt, I need an entire Matt Reeves Batverse. Do not put that Batman in the DCU. I want a Reeves verse. Give me a Reeves verse right now. We can get shows for all the villains and heroes. I don't care. Matt Reeves, just take over. Because he just knows how to get Batman mythos right. This is great. It's great television. It's great Batman. It's great Penguin. I just loved it. I need more. And yeah, I just had to yap about the Penguin because it was so good. So I had to talk about it. And I'm mad at myself because I didn't watch it soon enough. Yeah. If you are still here watching this video, thank you. I appreciate it. If you want to support the channel, please drop a like and subscribe. Join the Beam team. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the Penguin. What was your favorite part? Let's start a little conversation. Let's talk about it. And yeah. Andor video next week, probably either Andor or Daredevil next week. We'll see what happens. But yeah, tune in next week on the King Beam channel. As we do always, drink water, pray, one AirPod in at all times. Subscribe to King Beam. I love you. Have a great day. Peace out.